So today I'm doing something a little bit different that I haven't done before. I am interviewing someone who I think has mad style, and I look to for guidance, bounce ideas off of. His name is Joe Dias, and we're going to start with what he's wearing. Could you stand up and give us a little fashion show, please?
Sure. This is a Crystal Castle shirt that I thrifted years ago. This hat is from a vintage store way back, a local store. They did a collab with New Era. The skirt, boxer skirt, is from New York, very kind of cool brand called Duan Jacari. I think I got the name right. And the shoes are a Westwood ASICS collaboration. Is that
Thank
good?
you.
Okay.
Thank you. So we'll start with some questions, things I've always wanted to ask you. So um, I know we've talked about fashion television going back in the day, but what was your first fashion memory, like of something like an outfit or an accessory or something that made you fall in love with style and fashion overall?
Um, I don't think I don't think I was thinking about like this when other people have asked me this, but I don't think of a specific moment or whatever of style. I remember like I was always kind of interested in graphics. I'm a graphic designer and art director, so I kind of like graphics. And I remember like looking at T-shirts when I was a little kid. I grew up in Karachi in Pakistan, um, and you'd be surprised. There's a lot of like Western movies that come there, and I remember like a lot of movies I would get inspired by. So
Hmm.
some of the trends were sort of like a Western kind of style of dressing, and I probably remember like the first cool shirt that I had was kind of like one of those Mandarin collar shirts that was kind of like a baggy shirt, and it was like almost like a chambray. So I guess maybe that, but
Yeah.
really like there's been so many moments along the way.
Yeah, no, no, good memories. Always a memory
Yeah,
tied to things for that with me as well.
yeah.
But considering that you can go back, there's so many things from the past, and then there's so many great modern pieces. How do you blend the two, like modern trends with vintage, to create a look that's still kind of true to you?
Yeah, I think that honestly, it's I don't put a lot of thought into it. I've always kind of loved clothes and I love fashion and I love color, and like I said, I'm a graphic designer, so like everything kind of converges together. I kind of like everything. I think of everything in terms of design elements, you know. So when I think of coordinating things, I actually don't really think about organizing my thoughts. I know some people think, I think you do a little bit, think about coordinates and
Hmm.
seasons and things,
Yeah,
but I really don't think about, of course, if it's cold, I'm going to put on something like more layers,
right.
but usually I don't plan anything. I just think of things in terms of like, do I like it? If it's old, if it's new, it doesn't really matter. It's all kind of mashed up. I guess that's a little bit of my style. I just like mash it up.
Yeah, yeah. And
Yeah.
that's what I love about you. Even when I look at your photos like on Instagram, it it it's unique, it's clever, it's different, but what exactly does style mean to you?
Actually, probably just that. I don't think I think about style, like when people mention that, or they talk about fashion in general, and they say, you know, like style. And I think style is a very personal thing. Of course, there's trends, and I do like trends once in a while, like you know, as they come and go. It's really nice to have a dialogue with something that's coming in, you
Mhm.
know, and to interpret it. But I think style is a little bit about really, this is gonna sound a little bit deep, but I
Get deep
think
with us.
I think it's an authentic expression of who you are and getting in touch with who you are as a person. And as I get older and I choose to express myself, I really just it's a bit of play and it's a bit of experimentation, you know, getting it wrong or whatever, but really not giving a fuck if you do get it wrong and
Yeah.
just kind of playing around.
Mhm.
And I think that's really important. And when people talk about fashion being superficial in a way or not that important, even designers recently, I was reading an article today of a designer that said it's not, of course, when you have wars and things going on, but I mean, it's such an amazing thing for the human kind of spirit to think about expression
Mhm.
and bringing that out and bringing out joy,
Hmm.
and it's all those elements together to
Right.
kind of express yourself.
Right.
So I
Right.
went on a bit, but I don't know.
That's okay.
I feel like it's a personal expression of who you are, and getting in touch with who you are. I mean, what better way to serve your community, yourself, and the world by just kind of thing. I'm not saying I'm there. I'm just saying I
Oh,
love
you
that
there,
idea
you
of
there.
expression.
Yeah, I can understand some of those sentiments about,
Yeah,
expressing
I know
yourself.
you can.
I'm
No, you
trying
totally do. You totally
to.
do. I think a lot of
uh,
people do.
yeah, yeah.
You just gotta trust, and you gotta trust yourself.
Hmm.
I think I know it's like it sounds really corny and cheesy, but like what all those Instagram like self help things tell you is like just kind of trust yourself. Sometimes you have to be a little bit silly and a little cringy or whatever, but I
Well,
think that's okay.
it,
I mean, really, no one's paying attention to you
it's
anyways.
true. It's true. That's what I've learned. It's very true. You think, oh my God, everybody's looking. No, they're not
They're not.
actually.
They're too
Yeah,
busy thinking of
for
themselves.
themselves. So what I love about when I go to a thrift store, we could be driving along, stop the car, there's a thrift store, and it could be in shambles, but I know he's going to go in and find something fabulous in it. So, besides the usual tactics like looking for metal zips, paper tags, the made in USA or Canada tag, union tags, what are some other ways that you scout out vintage items and find the good stuff? Or maybe not even just vintage, other just anything that's really
Yeah,
cool.
I mean, I'm no like I don't think I'm like an expert or anything like that. I honestly think it's just like a couple of things. One is like just loving this stuff, so I pay attention. I think anything you love, you're going to pay attention to. And I think you're like, just like being in it as opposed to like thinking of it as trends. If it's something you love, you're going to stick with it. And with that comes experience because I'm going to thrift stores, I'm going to
Yeah,
vintage stores.
yeah.
And the other thing is not it's like to be open to like any place. Like
Hmm.
it could be like a garage sale. It could be like someplace in the
Hmm.
suburbs. It could
True.
be like a high-end store. Like you just never know. That applies to like anything, not just clothing. It's like you never know where you're gonna find something. So it's just a question of being open. And I think that openness comes from actually just like having a passion and being interested in it.
Hmm.
And I think that's how I find. So if I were to give a tip on something, I can't really say like anyone can really sort of do kind of like what we're interested in. I think it's whatever you're interested in. If you just kind of, I guess, follow that, like in terms of passion, I think you're gonna learn and grow and get an education in that. So
Right, right.
that's kind of my thing.
Cool, cool. But
It's my thing. That's why I like, so I think like if it's your thing, you'll find ways of being interested in it, and you also find community around it, and you
right,
learn also from community. You're not just learning from yourself.
right.
You're learning by building a community, which is so fun.
Yeah,
So
yeah, true. But through that community and through all of those digging and finding things, what is your best find? I know what I'm thinking from his closet is his best find. Let me see if you're going to say the same thing.
oh yeah, you think the vintage Galliano
Oh, he has a
jacket
Galliano jacket.
is a
Anyway,
good find. Actually, like I don't know. That's a hard question. I actually don't I
okay, let
actually
me put it
don't
to you
know.
this way. If you had to run in and just grab one thing, you could only have one piece from your home. What is the one thing I couldn't live without, or you couldn't live without? What is it?
Oh, it's not gonna answer your question for sure. Because like honestly, it's got nothing to do with the rarest thing. It's got to do with like the most
Well,
comfortable things.
okay.
Like I know that sounds like it's not answering your question, but I know what you're trying to get at. Is like there's lots of things that I like. I've collected. Like I love vintage tees, and I like like streetwear fashion and stuff. But I actually like can't think of like one thing. Sorry, it's just
Okay,
there's a
that's
lot of
fair.
different
That's
things.
fair.
But maybe like if it comes to me, I'm gonna message you and tell you.
Okay, and if just so you know, if you ever tell me I can run in your house and grab one thing, no, the Galliano is
Yeah,
gone.
it's
Okay,
sick. It's
it
an amazing jacket.
I
It's really
should
really fun.
yeah.
But I mean, where am I gonna wear like a
Oh, I
suited
don't.
jacket? Like
I don't know. Where are you? I know where I could
like no,
wear it. I
I've
would.
worn it to like occasions, but it's like I'm not putting on suit. Plus,
Yeah,
like,
I mean,
plus, like it's so rare. So sometimes, like with rarity, also you think about wearability. I'm not like I'm like a kind of a clumsy person. I'm gonna get like some sauce on it or like
yeah,
some like
yeah,
something on it. So
that,
like I have to be careful with that one. So honestly, like some of my best finds are like literally like I get super excited when
put
I find
away.
well, I get super excited when I find like a Levi's like 501 that's like has beautiful like wear on it and stuff like that.
Right,
And I think
right,
like that's kind of my find. Oh, and also like I love like I love like band tees and stuff like that. So I found some really cool ones over the
right. Yeah,
years.
yeah,
Those are great. So actually, I probably have an answer in there somewhere, but sorry, I
yeah.
can't think of one right now.
Okay, we'll revisit that question. Um, but kind of going back to what we were talking about, but there's the past, there's the present in fashion. Is there a particular era when you think of like all the fashion eras that you feel most connected to? And how does it inspire the way you dress currently?
Oh, okay. So it, I, I love fashion in like I love fashion in general, and I like dialoguing with all the eras. There isn't one particular era at the moment that I'm, that I'm like, that's being interpreted in my fashion. I will say like, so I do styling stuff, and with styling, I'm looking a lot at like 80s. Again, I just love like the shoulder pad construction, the structure, the silhouettes, like, a lot of the leather and stuff from the 80s. Like I
Right.
think that's kind of cool. But I really like every era. I love the 90s a lot because
Hmm.
I love their bold choices of color and things like that. I love like the 30s through the 50s and 60s for like military and union workwear related stuff.
Right.
I love old denim. So I love all the eras, but I'd probably say lately for styling wise, I've been looking a lot at 80s and like also like YSL is really interesting lately too. So I think other people are picking up on that kind of 80s right now.
Yeah.
And then like and then always have love in the 90s as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotta love the 90s. Cool. Okay. Time for some rapid fire questions.
Ooh.
Finish
I
this
don't know.
off.
I'm not so fast on the draw.
Okay. Beard with a crisp suit or a clean shave with streetwear?
Second.
Second. Linda or
Linda, always Linda. I don't
Christina?
even need to. But so Christy Turlington
Christy is what I would
is the
say.
most beautiful model, but Linda is like, yeah.
Bold pattern shirt or all black everything?
Um, both.
Sneakers with a suit or loafers with jeans?
Neither.
Gold or silver?
I had a visual. And I was like, no, but maybe it'll work.
gold
Yeah.
or gold or silver?
Gold or silver? Oh, both. Like depends on what you're wearing. Depends on like what you're coordinating it with. So yeah,
Perfect.
yeah.
Thank you very much. It was a pleasure to interview you. Thank you,
All right.
friend.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. All good.
Okay.